Today I am going to show you how to make these fun floral beaded napkin rings. Now, of course, you can make these a little bit bigger, make them as bracelets, especially if you're using elastic. I'm going to start off with two apologies. First of all, I'm stuck recording on my phone. For better or for worse, I am missing my camera's tripod mount, so I apologize if the quality is not quite there. Also, I've been painting because today's craft day. So the stuff you see on my fingers is just paint. Now I'm going to show you. This is really pretty. I like the wooden beads. And you can just set it like that on your table. This is more fun if you're doing it with younger kids. So for this tutorial, I am going to actually show it to you with a mixture of techniques. This one I used elastic and plastic pony beads. And this one I used wire and wooden beads. I love it. I just really love how this one came out. But instead of repeating it with wooden beads, I'm going to use pony beads in a more classy, elegant mixture. This really uses a very basic beading technique called a daisy chain. So if you already know it, you can literally just skip this tutorial. Hi, here's a cool idea. Daisy chain a napkin ring with wooden beads and wire. However, if you don't, I am going to show you how to do it. So we're going to use 28 gauge wire. I did find the wire easier to work with. So even if you're not used to working with wire, don't panic. It really is so much easier to work with. We're going to zoom in over there. So I'm going to cut my wire, let's say to 24 inches. So it's a little more than this 18-inch ruler allows me. And since it's 28 gauge, it cuts very easily just with regular scissors. You don't need wire cutters. So there we go. You're going to leave a little tail. And you're going to, now honestly, the first round I string backwards just because it's easier. You're going to choose a consistent center color, which for me is going to be white. All right, so that's my center color. So basically the way you're starting out is you need 4 of your border color. Now again, as you can see on the wooden one, I alternated border colors, but I kept the center colors the same. I found that it worked out best that way. It just really came out nice. So we're going to do the 4 of the outer color beads. The petal color, sorry, that is gold. And 1. So really you're stringing this from the bottom, from the long end. However, because your first flower sort of secures it into place, I string that one backward to make life easier. Now, holding it in place, you're going to take the end of your wire and string it back up, through that first bead. Try not to kink your wire too much. It won't really matter if it kinks a little bit, but, you know, try to keep it nice and straight. So here we go. We have our half of our flower. Now, I'm sure you can imagine how this is going to continue. We are going to make a 6-petal flower, 2 beads from the end. Pushing them right up to the long tail. You're obviously doing it on the long tail. Now you're going to thread your elastic. Here you go on the long tail. Now you're going to thread your elastic back through. Now, sorry, it's not elastic, it's wire. Now, elastic was definitely a lot harder to work with just because it's not rigid. The rigidity of the wire helps you actually tweak it and form it how you like, as you can see that I'm doing as we go along. So that's your first flower. Now, you're literally just going to repeat that process, and I'm going to show it to you. Right, now we're going to add our second color. For this one, I'm going to use this metallic gunmetal, sort of dark silver gray. And I'm going to run it right back through the first bead. These I would say are roughly 8mm beads, all of them, including the wooden ones. I do not know this for a fact. I simply have spent the last 15 years roughly making jewelry, and I'm guesstimating based on that experience that these are 8mm. Obviously these aren't 8x8. They're maybe 6x8 or 8x10. I'm not sure actually. But that's the rough size you're looking at. 1 and 2. Stringing it up to the end. And then running it back through the last bead. And one bead ran away there, and it's fine. We're going to get it right back where it belongs. Not a big deal, and that looks about right. So we're going to continue this process for a total of 6 flowers. You want an even number because you're alternating 2 colors. You don't want 2 of the same next to each other, so that way it'll sort of operate as a continuous pattern, but you definitely could play with your color setup. All right, so we've made 6 flowers connected. Now we are going to want to make it into a circle. Now, I honestly don't have such an exact process for this. I basically sort of try to intersect each side into the other side once or twice, bring them back together. So here I just stuck that into that over there. And now let's hold that in place with your other hand. It does not have to be perfect. It's wire, it's forgiving. Put that there. And they're a little bit maybe more spaced apart than I'd like them to be, but it is important that it should be secure because you don't want this to break. For the elastic, I would knot it together and try to tuck the knot into the project. Over here, I'm making it as tight as I could. Remember, these are your first flowers, so they could get loose because they have that leeway at the end. So as tight as you could. Twist them together. Started off with just a few twists there, and then as many times as you could get away with. Let it like sort of be a twisted hanging tail over there. Snip off the extra. Now you don't want this little bit peeking out, so you're just going to try to like tuck it into your whole flower situation. And you're obviously going to try to set the table so that this little bit of extra is hidden, but it's actually more discreet than you realize. So now we're going to take a napkin, slide it through. This is how I like to lay out my napkins. It's very elegant like that. And you can see these are really, really beautiful napkin rings. It's just, you know, it's simple in concept. Now, the advantage of the stretchy one is, well, it's stretchy. However, you can see that it gets a little more flip-floppy and messed up, but it still works. You can stretch it on. It doesn't slide as nicely. You might need to tweak it. And then it'll also stretch the elastic before it scrunches the napkin. So you may need to play with it a little. But if you stick to a simple color scheme,